exclamation multi, that's the multi-viewer. Okay, let me get started with this. Also, how do y'all like my reindeer and a Christmas sweater? Thought it was festive. All right, I'm gonna unmute myself. Let's see if Bubble's in here. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. You can hear me, right?
Hello? Oh no.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I've got to turn this up.
Are you good? Hold on, let me mute this right quick. And yeah, I should be good. Kitten Panda, what's going on? Con Man, how you doing tonight, man? Or today, sorry. I'm used to streaming at night. And multi-stream link, there you go. Uh-oh. Let me copy this right here for you. Not sure why. There you go. I live, motherfuckers. Dude, Inhuman Militia, dude. What's going on, man? How you doing? Give me a second. I'm not sure why she can't hear me. Okay. Can you hear me? That's so weird. It's showing on her end that I can't hear her. Or that she's not talking. Let me see. Oh, you can hear me? Okay, cool. I wonder why I can't hear you. That's so weird. Give me one quick second. Everyone in chat, can y'all hear me though?
Did this last night and it worked, so.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Hello? You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yay! Okay, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. I don't know what the problem was, but we're good.
Yay! Okay, sweet. Oh, and Juan, resub. Thank you so much for the resub.
Got a new job, playing 19. Oh, 19. Jesus Christ, man, that's good, dude. Better hours. I'm glad, dude. Congrats.
All right, I gotta make sure I'm. Okay, here we go. All right, so welcome, Level. I want to first ask what you would like to be called.
You can call me Abraham, Abe. Doesn't matter. Level, one more. Doesn't matter.
I'll call you Abraham because I really like that name. It's really
perfect.
unique.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, so y'all, this is One More Level. You can view both of our streams on the multi-link !multi. So I wanted to start having these like one-on-one podcasts and just to talk to other streamers and other people that maybe have similar interests or completely different interests, and just to, I don't know, get to know people, because that's what I like to do. And yeah, so first off, can you just like introduce yourself, tell us a little about yourself and your channel, what you do?
So all right, well, first off, give me one second. Let me just catch up right here. Doomsday, thank you for the host. Also, Omar, thank you for the 666 bits. Thank you so much, of course, in my channel for subs and for bits. You know, this is something random, but everyone seems to love it, so... Always for bits, people make it rain.
Oh,
there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, whew. A lot of bubbles. But yeah, first off, hello, my name's Abraham. You can call me Abe, whatever you want. So I guess my channel, I'm all about community in my channel. I involve the community in everything that I do, from name changes to sub goals to follower goals to the games that we play. I do play a lot of like old school retro stuff, from Nintendo Entertainment System all the way up to PC, and you know, current generation games. So if there's a game that you want to play, just, you know, ask me. It doesn't cost you anything to play a game with me. Just come hang out, and that's it. Our community is pretty cool. We're all goofy people in here, so yeah.
I fit right in because I'm pretty weird and goofy myself, so.
No, that's a good thing, man. So I know. Sub
um,
goal.
so um, so you play a lot of retro games and everything. Seems like you have a collection. I'm viewing the multi-stream right now, and I'm seeing your background. You
Yeah.
look like you have a bunch of a collection of something, or
Yeah,
I don't
just
know, is that games?
random like games from when I was like 3 years old, 4 years old, all the way up until now, and then of course collectibles and stuff like that from stores that I go to, cons, conventions, anything like that. I love collecting stuff. I'm 30 years old, but I'm still a child at heart. So yeah,
Yeah, I feel the same. I'm 25, but I definitely feel like a kid, and I'm obsessed with memes.
yeah.
Um, so favorite thing out of your collection?
Oh man, that's okay. Let me grab it. I should have grabbed it like a long time ago, but or either way, I'll just explain. It's I still have my original copy of Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo. I still have it in the box, like with the manual and everything. The original game I got when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I don't remember, but that's probably like my best one that I have that I will never get rid of. I'll be devastated if anything happens to it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome. Sorry, real quick, I'm fixing my multi command because I typed it wrong.
Oh, you're
There
good.
it is. Okay, there we go, chat. Sorry about that. There's some technical difficulties, but we're figuring it out here. Um, Collector, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's
Favorite
fun.
game of all time, and then like most recent favorite game.
Oh my god, that's I've thought about that question for quite some time because I can't just like pin one certain game. So I guess I'd go with the Legend of Zelda series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's I love it. Dark Soul series, stuff like that. But one game that's recently captured me the most, and it's been a good while that it came out, but The Witcher 3, mainly because I don't know, like it's my type of game. It's open world adventure, monsters and swords and all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm weird because I started playing games. Like my first console is the PS4, and I had a Nintendo DS back in
Hmm.
the day, but I just played like Mario when I was a kid, like on my way to school and stuff. So I was not allowed to have a console before like I was 23 or whenever I got one.
Yeah.
So that was kind of lame. So I missed out on all those good games and stuff, I feel like. But like I watched The Witcher on someone's stream because to me, I'm not great at playing those games. I don't know. I'm too ADD, so I just like to watch them. So they're like movies for me, and I love that.
Havoc the Purple Sandals in the
Um,
chat says, "Hello, friends, awesome people, cool guys, fellow levelers, and I guess Abe." Hello, Havoc. How you doing tonight, man? Or tonight? See, I keep saying tonight because my streams are always at night, so I'm not used to the whole good
oh
day.
yeah, you're not
Yeah,
used to this time. When do
yeah.
you usually start?
It depends when I get out of work or just it's usually like after 8, so it's kind of a pain sometimes. But I've done a few streams where I actually start at 2 till like 12 at night, 1 in the morning. Just straight through, and people are like, "Whoa, you're live early. What's going on, man? Are you okay? Is there a hurricane? Something gonna happen?" So
Well, I made you get on early, but we'll have to do a later stream
oh
like
yeah,
on your time.
that's
So
fine. It
that
doesn't
can,
matter. I try to do early streams as well, but it's just like with my work schedule always changing. So
yeah, I feel ya. And I just want to let my chat know if y'all have any questions for Abe or for myself, please feel free to answer or to ask, and we will answer. I'm gonna go through. So I'm looking at my phone. I typed out some questions for him. I asked his favorite game of all time, Legend of Zelda, which is pretty awesome. Did I ask you when you started getting into gaming and everything?
No, actually, I started getting into gaming, I don't know, like at a really, really young age because, of course, I have an older brother, an older sister. My older brother already had the original Nintendo, and then by the time I came around, he already had the Super Nintendo, so I kind of just like took over them. So I
Yeah.
guess like at 3, 4 years old, and I remember like a bunch of the old games that I used to play, and that's why I cherish like the collection that I have in the back. Like a lot of those games really, really mean a lot to me. So
What do you think the greatest thing that has come out of gaming for you? Like for me, it's like on a personal level, why I even started gaming and everything. And we can get deep because on my stream we like to keep it
Yeah,
real. But
definitely. um,
gaming, it's crazy now. Oh, sorry, you can go ahead, and then
no,
I'll
no, you're fine. You're fine.
I'll stop talking.
No, you're good. You can continue, but um, I don't know, like something good that came out of gaming.
Yeah,
Um, for me to do my chores before I play games or anything, because I
that's good.
remember I was talking to my family about this the other day. We were at my mom's house, and I took like some of my old games and stuff like that, and it was Thanksgiving, and we were playing Diddy Kong's Quest for the Super Nintendo, which is Donkey Kong Country 2. And my big brother was like, I remember, playing this game back when we were kids, and I was on a certain level. The music is good, the game's intense, and my mom comes in and she's like, I need you to go throw the trash or this and that. And, so we're like, we get mad and like, no, we don't want to. And she's like, well, then give me the controls. And, we get upset. So now after that, we just, make sure my room's clean, make sure the trashes are thrown, stuff like that. So I guess that's, I don't know, adulting now, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, that's good because I think, and that's why I asked that question is now it seems like in the media and news, it only seems like they're covering like the bad aspects of gaming and they're only talking about like first person shooters, which are one of my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all didn't know, I'm into guns and all that, but also like video games kind of got me into that. And I try not to focus on like the bad parts. I guess there is like a very few people that I don't know, get interested in weird things when they play video games. I don't
Yeah.
know, but for me, video games have helped me, I mean, just overcome my social anxiety I had and
Mm-hmm.
conversate with people, even if it's online and not in person. When I had really bad social anxiety, that's really what helped me
Yeah.
kind of come out of my depression and stuff because I'd be on there and playing with the squad and laughing and having a good time. So
Yeah.
I think it's important to like touch on those parts too. So
Exactly.
many
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
have good memories with those games like Donkey Kong and all that. So it's pretty dope.
Yeah. It was always something like that, something different. Of course, I do love first-person shooters as well. I'm not great at them, like the old Call of Duties, and like I guess like Black Ops 1 and 2, I was pretty good. But then it started like Advanced Warfare, and started running on the walls, and I was like, okay, this is too advanced for me. So this new Call of
Yeah,
Duty that
I'm
came out,
glad they
I'm like
went
so
back to just
happy.
like feet on the ground
Yeah,
or boots on the
exactly.
ground, whatever you call it, because I'm not good at jumping and running up walls. That's a whole different aspect, and I never conquered.
Yeah. So what about you? My of course, my community's in here as well. So if you want to introduce yourself to them and tell us a little bit about yourself and favorite games and
Yes.
stuff. So
So I am Yoda on the sofa. And I'm actually sitting on a couch. Usually I don't stream from here, but I just made up these things called sofa sessions, and I'm gonna have different people on here. And Abe decided to be my first one. I'm so excited. But yeah, my stream I mainly do just chatting. We talk about different topics. I'll have topics related to mental health, things like that, self improvement type streams, and a lot of like ask or y'all can ask me questions about whatever, and I try to keep it 100% real with y'all and transparent. I think we need more of that on Twitch. So yeah, occasionally I'll play some games. Like the last stream, I played a little bit of Modern Warfare on stream. I'm into first-person shooters mainly. So yeah, any questions that y'all have though, other than that, feel free to ask. Yeah, I'm not scared to answer anything unless it's just inappropriate.
yeah, definitely. And I tell everyone to be respectful, please.
Yeah.
Let me whip out this right here. There we go. So what else?
Okay, let me go back to my thing. I'm trying to look at my chat and see if there's any questions on my end.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, another one. So, any interest outside of gaming at
Actually,
all?
I
Like,
do. Let's see. Of course, I graduated for motorcycle engineering. So motorcycles are a big passion to me. I can build a bike from the ground up. It's something that I've always loved to do. Which funny thing is, I graduated and then I moved back home, where my family lives and stuff like that. And I'm working in a place where I do nothing with my degree, and there's no garages here, no place that I can use that to. So it's kind of like a waste. But I mean, I know eventually I'll move out of here and do something, with it, because again, I love motorcycles. Other things that I do like to do, I mean, hiking, fishing. That fishing is something that I really love to do. So any chance that I get to, go out and fish and stuff like that, go to a lake or anything, I definitely will. um I don't know, I guess, other than that, there's really not too much about like me outside of gaming, because I live in a small town where there's absolutely nothing to do. But whenever I'm out, I definitely like to go and explore. And of course, paintballing. We do have ranges here, so I'm big on guns as well. Um, and yeah.
Nice. Someone asked, well, Franny asked, what made you start streaming? And then the other question that pertains to what you just answered was, does he like electric bikes?
Electric bikes.
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I mean, I've always been okay. So first off, so for the bikes, I've always been like on choppers, crotch rockets, and cruisers. But crotch rockets are just, crotch rockets are speed bikes. I like speed. I've been, I don't know. I guess like the speed, like the thrill of it. It's always fun. Every ride is a new ride. You never know what's gonna happen. Especially like, for example, one time, it was my first time ever popping a wheelie. I was scared shitless. It was like, I was on my way to work and I was running late and I was changing gears. I popped the clutch and the bike went up, and I don't know. I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of like let it down a little bit, and it was awesome. And after that, I was like, I did it once. Yeah, I was like, I did it once. Maybe I could do it again. So practice, and then I did it, and I've gotten in trouble a couple times for them, and I have a lot of stories on those, but those we could touch some other time. But what got me into streaming? I don't know. Actually, I have some friends, some really good friends that they're streamers as well, and they told me, you should start streaming and stuff like that. And I just decided to. And I don't know, like, I've always liked playing games, and like whenever family's here and they're like either watching me win, watching me lose, they're always cheering me on, or just like, I guess not really showing off, but like talking to them, explaining to them what I'm doing, um any stuff like that. It's just, I guess that's why I started streaming. It's fun. And then, I was never really social, but now that I started streaming, I'm a lot more social. I talk to more people. I still have to hype myself up every now and then before streaming and stuff like that. But I don't know. I guess that's I don't know. I guess it's fun to stream. So I guess thanks to my friends who got me really into it. So I'm thankful for them.
Yeah. That's cool that your family and everyone supports you in doing this, because it is like a weird, like, new thing.
Yeah, definitely.
To older people, so it's interesting. Any near-death experiences on any motorcycle you've ever had? I'm sure. Maybe not.
Not really. I mean, other than when you're like on the freeway and it's like kind of like the roads here, they're like the back roads and stuff like that. Like going from here to another town that's an hour away, it's a single road, and I live in an oil field town, so there's nothing but 18-wheelers, rig trucks,
oh dang,
hauling gas, oil, and anything like that, and those things are just ginormous. So
Yeah.
going on a bike one way and the other one coming the direction, the wind just pushes you. And there was one time where I thought I was gonna fall. The bike like just started going sideways and the handlebar started twisting, and it was just pretty scary. But I mean, yeah.
That's pretty crazy. I've never have I ridden on a motorcycle? No, probably not. But I was like into moto vloggers for a long time for some reason on YouTube, and I really wanted to get a sport bike, but I'd probably kill myself doing that. So glad I didn't. Kind of got over that phase. But That's pretty
Definitely.
cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Fusion in my chat says, "Oh, that was a near-death experience in his chair."
what is
um,
this?
I don't know if anybody saw the clip. I'm sure if anybody follows me on Instagram or Twitter, I posted a clip. Another thing that we do in my channel is like, for the first time, there's a story behind it, but twerking. It was just, out of a dare and we did it, but it became a thing. So one of the other mods was putting music and he's like, you should definitely start twerking. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So whatever. I got this new chair for my birthday and I don't know. I decided it was heat of the moment. I did a handstand on the chair and flipped, and
Oh,
yeah, it hurt really bad. It was not cool, but
he is dangerous. Who knew?
yeah, so it was crazy. So anybody in my community, y'all have any questions for her? Please let me know or let her know as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, so we were gonna talk about, I guess, just a random like hot topic I thought about. Is Twitch versus like Mixer, and if you have any thoughts, if you streamed on Mixer before, I have not. But people are like, why don't you go to Mixer? And like, I get like occasionally I'll get
Hmm.
people in there asking why,
Yeah,
why I
never
still
saw
stream
that
on
clip.
Twitch or whatever. So I
Yeah.
want to know your thoughts behind that.
Okay, so I have streamed on Mixer before, and it was originally what I started, and that's where I met like my very first follower ever. And to this day, he still comes around. He's a really cool guy. But
Yeah.
Mixer, what I do like about it is that there is really no delay, maybe like a second, 2 second delay from the chat to you. So that's actually pretty cool. If someone asks a question, you're gonna get it right away. They're gonna hear
Yeah.
an answer right away, unless you're busy in the game and stuff like that. Um, I pretty much, to me, I believe Mixer and Twitch are the same, but not really the same. Yes, there's their differences and stuff like that, but I guess it's just whatever you prefer. I know Twitch is a lot bigger; it has a lot more streamers, a lot more channels and stuff like that. So being discovered on Mixer at right now is really not that hard, to be discovered, versus Twitch, where if you're one of those people that have 2 3 viewers, someone's going to go into that game channel and they're going to have to scroll to the very 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 bottom of the list. And it's the same thing with Mixer, but just not as much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also, like, one thing that they do both lack is discoverability. Twitch and Mixer and or well, I mean YouTube gaming, like, when you're watching someone on YouTube gaming, on the side there's going to be, recommended channels or up and coming and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's something Twitch does not have, which they really really should have. But honestly, um I do like the whole subs and all that stuff on
Yeah.
Twitch, and then of course Mixer has something similar to that. I'm not really too familiar with it because I've only streamed on it a few times, but it's something worth checking out. Testing it out. You want to expand. You want to get out of your comfort zone on Twitch and go into
Yeah.
another streaming platform and see how you do there. I've done Facebook gaming, and that one's actually pretty fun. The video's gonna stay there, and you know,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
it's really good.
I
So.
deleted my Facebook because I'm a conspiracy theorist and thought they were taking all my info, which they still could be. So
I
I don't
mean, yeah, they
know.
could. I don't know. I talk about
Um,
Facebook something, and then out of nowhere, it's on Facebook. So I'm like, oh, I better put earphones or something on my phone or something, so they don't hear
yeah,
anything.
G is owned by Facebook. You're right. But I don't know. I have to have social media outlets and platforms for being a streamer and trying to make this into a career. So that's the
Yeah.
only reason I'm trying to post more too. There's also filtering by viewers available for looking for smaller channels.
Mhm.
That's true. I think Twitch has done a better job at discoverability because a lot of people will come and be like, "Oh, you're on my recommended list. Tell me about your
Yeah.
channel." So I get a lot of those kind of people, and that's awesome.
Mhm.
Um, let's see.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Have it right
Yeah.
here. Um, Let's see. What about your goals in life and in streaming? What do you want to do?
That's a big one. My goals in life. I've recently been thinking a lot about this because I think that our goals can change. And as we accomplish certain goals, we need to make room for new goals. I think it's always important to have a growth mindset and to have goals in mind. But for me, people will say, like, what are your 5-year goals? For me, I've learned it's more important to have weekly, monthly, yearly goals instead of thinking too far out. But that's just for me. Because I've noticed in my life a lot of my plans and things have not gone according to how I'd like. So one of my main goals, though, in college was to work in the video game industry. And after having like my first corporate job out of college and graduating, I finally got a job and worked at Activision for a while. So that was like, I think my biggest goal up to like when I became an adult. Like that's what I wanted to do and set out to do and worked really hard to get there. Now I think so. I worked in corporate and I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And as some of y'all know, I feel like I tell the story a lot, but just for the new people, it didn't work out like at Activision. And although I'm thankful, like I have a good resume, I could go back to corporate. I decided that I'm young and I want to do something for myself, something that hopefully I can grow and expand and diversify my skill sets and starting my own business and kind of
Yeah.
streaming full time and then expanding into different categories like that online
Mm-hmm.
and putting out online content. So my goal in life has to do with streaming. I want to become a full-time streamer, but not just stop at like Twitch, but also put out good content on YouTube and all that. So
Yeah, definitely.
that's what I'm working towards. That's pretty a far out goal. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's like my main goal right now in life, and I like to know yours as well, and with
Yeah.
streaming.
Okay. Let me see. Also, Havoc asks, she worked at Activision. Yeah, Havoc, she did. Also, he says, I can never answer a 5-year goal. Who knows what tomorrow will hold? So many things can happen within a day. Definitely. Um, let's see. My goals in life. I mean, I know. I don't know. Actually, I'm still, I guess, in that process of like figuring out what I want to do with everything. Of course, motorcycles are a big thing, but I don't know. Like, that's not something I really want to do the rest of my life.
Mhm.
But I mean, I know video games and streaming, that's all a whole different world. But I can answer my goals for streaming. Of course, I've talked about it before in my stream. I've talked about it a little bit with you. Is my goal is to eventually hit partner on Twitch. I really want to start a team, like a team of like 4 or 5, and just continue streaming. Maybe do that for a living for a while, and just make really good content for people, um, and stuff like that. I guess that's really it. I mean, once I do that, grinding right now as an affiliate, if I ever hit partner, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to continue grinding. I'm going to keep, there's always room for improvement. So I'm going to keep trying and going as much as I can. And,
Yeah.
um, maybe something like that'd be pretty cool. So,
How
um,
long have you been streaming? I forget if I.
let's see. The first time, like when I first got into it, it was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, but I stopped school. I moved to El Paso. Um, and a lot of people who know me in my community and stuff like that, I was hit with small cell lung cancer,
Oh
and
wow.
it stopped. It put a lot of things, on hold for a while because of treatments. Treatments got really bad, and I was living in El Paso alone with no family, doing treatments over there, and then
Wow.
it was a pain. So I was going to school, working at clubs and stuff like that as a bartender, um, and it just, I don't know, it just one day, it, like I said, it put everything on hold. So I started again about a year ago, a year and a half, maybe. Yeah, about a year and a half ago. So I would say total, I'd say, or consistently, I'd say a year and a half. So instead of
Okay.
like adding everything together.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear it. That's the first I've heard that you battled with cancer.
Oh, yeah, it's
Do you
fine.
mind like going into that and like the journey and
Yeah, it's well, well, when I first found out, it was, I didn't want to believe it. Like for the
yeah.
longest time, I was just at home, just angry. Like, of all people, why me? I was mad at the world. Of course, my parents are really religious, so we'd go to church and stuff like that, and I'd just sit there and not say anything, not pray. I was just mad. At one point,
Yeah.
I was even, mad at God and like, why did you let this
Sense.
happen to me? Why? Of all people. And then I look at my mom, and my mom was constantly just looking at me crying, and
Mm.
she would pray, please, help us fight this and stuff like that. And it started hurting me. But the more that it would hurt me, the more that I would get mad. And after a while, um, I finally gave up and said, you know what? It's not his fault. It's no one's fault. It happened for a reason, but I'm going to get through it.
Wow.
And the toll that it took on me was really, really hard because, at the time I didn't have really good insurance, so I'd still have to pay things out of pocket. Um, and it broke my family. Like, it put them in debt. And to this day, I'm still don't forgive myself. But, they helped. They never give up. And it was one of those things that I, couldn't do. So, it would be, after infusions and injections, I feel terrible. Hair was gone completely. It was just, I was really embarrassed. And, it was hard. Like I said, it's, I don't know, being on oxygen tanks and working as a waiter,
Oh.
I have to carry a
Oh.
little bag with oxygen, and people would ask me like, hey, you look kind of young. Why? What's with the whole setup? And I was like, after a while, I just accepted it. I'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm dying. And they're like, are you really? They're like, yeah. I'll be like, yeah, I have cancer. So, I just went with it. I started accepting it,
Yeah.
started,
No.
making fun of it, and, stuff like that. So even sometimes when I didn't feel like doing anything at work, I'll just start coughing, and they'll be like, hey, dude, are you okay? Take it easy, have a seat and stuff like that. I'll be like, yeah, but I got to go run some plates to this table. And they're like, don't worry about it, man. I got you. So I take advantage of it, as ugly as it sounds, and it
Hey, at
is.
least you're keeping it real. Like you're
Yeah,
being
like I was
100%
yeah, so I
transparent
just
with.
went with it, and people would ask and stuff like that. I started going back to church and stuff like that with my mom when I would go, and yeah, so I finally beat it. Um Havoc, do you know how long ago it was? I don't know. It was okay. I don't know. It was a while back, but we beat it, and then I was happy. I was the happiest guy in the world. But then about 10 months later, I'm coughing up a lung, coughing up blood, struggling to breathe. Go back to the doctor and find out that it's back. So, back up until now. So, through now, I'm still going through treatments. My body's pretty used to it, but after treatments again, it's terrible. It's something I don't want to go through. And now, like I was saying at the beginning, like, why, of all people, why me? Now I tell myself, thank you for letting it be me and not someone else, because what my family went through, um, what I'm going through, I would never wish that upon anyone. I don't want anyone to go through it. And even sometimes, while I'm streaming, I'll be coughing. The guys are asking me like, are you okay? Are you, take a break, man. Don't be laughing too hard because you'll start coughing, and then blood will start coming out. And, so it's happened a few times on stream, but, I'm really thankful for, of course, the community that is behind me, supporting me, pushing me and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something, a little bit about me.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot. Thank you for sharing that
Oh
with
yeah,
us.
definitely.
That's incredible how like strong you were through that, because I can't imagine. I think I'd get into like a deep dark place, and I don't know if I'd come out like you did. So that's amazing that you battled through all those emotions. And was there a certain point during that where you said you kind of like resisted and were mad at like God, and and everything. Was there like a certain point where you just like, how did you
Yeah.
realize that? How did you come to that conclusion that it wasn't maybe, his doing, or that there's something to grow and learn from that?
Yeah. I definitely do remember the day that it happened. I was a server, excuse me, at Olive Garden, and I was waiting on a table of 7, and I started coughing really bad, and the guy got up to ask me, "Are you okay? Are you choking?" And I told him, "No, it's fine." And I just kept coughing and coughing to the point where I blacked out. Um, I don't remember too much, but I woke up in a hospital bed, and they told me that I coughed a lot, that I, pretty much knocked out, and of course I was choking on blood. And I remember laying there at the hospital. I called my mom, and I told her, "I'm sorry for being angry. I'm sorry for ignoring you for when you want to talk about this." And I told her I'm sorry that I'm mad at God. It's not his fault and stuff like that. So she said, "Okay, let's say a little prayer together." And from there, I kind of broke down crying, and I apologized. I don't know how many times, and she told me to stop apologizing. And from then on is, I guess, just when I started, coming back, you know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that was probably one of the most emotional times where I figured out that it's no one's fault. Things happen for a reason. It was just a test, and I made it through, and it made me come back to him, and made me get closer to my family, especially my mom. So
Crazy how we can go through dark things, and I just can't imagine what that's like to have cancer. But to go through that and to just, it seems like now you just like live a different kind of life. I don't know if that's true. I didn't know you before. I still never met you, but
yeah,
just it seems like there's so many things that blossom during the dark times, in the rainy seasons of our lives. So
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
incredible to learn that about you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again for sharing that.
Another thing that I
Um,
was really grateful for is the injections also work like a steroid, so they made me grow a nice long beard. So I'm pretty happy about that.
so that's
Sub goals,
probably
you
the best
guys.
thing
Yeah,
that's come out of it.
exactly. Sub goal, you guys. If we get a certain amount of subs, we'll definitely shave it off on stream. Maybe,
Oh,
maybe. I'll think about it.
dude. Okay, let me ask your perspective. Why do guys feel more manly or some type of way from having a beard?
um,
I want to know.
I don't know. You're welcome, con man. But no, I just when I was working with the city, I was working in the water department, and I was working in the cold, like in water leaks and stuff like that, digging a ditch, fixing the line for the bank or stuff like that, big line. And I was, working in the winter. It was just always cold, so I just decided, I'm tired of shaving every day. I'm just gonna let it grow. I'm just gonna let it grow. So the guys there are like, "It's about time you start letting it grow," and yada yada yada. So I don't know. I guess it's a man thing.
Thank you very much.
I don't know. I like it. I guess it just makes me look older. I guess I feel like if I shave it completely, I look like a little boy again. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that is, but I just want to know because it's so trendy now to have beards.
yeah, I guess so. I mean,
So it's interesting.
I don't know. Okay, so another thing about me in the community, again, like I said, we all make decisions together. um, Anytime we get someone new, the mods, they love to embarrass me. They
Oh.
There's a clip out there. Well, videos, of course. One of the sub goals was we hit a certain amount of goals or subs, and I let them decide what they want. I was like, "What do y'all want to do?" And they're like, "We want you to dress up as a girl." So I was like, "Are y'all serious?" And they're like, "Yeah, and you have to stream it." So I was like, "Oh my god." Okay, so we went all out. We got makeup, we got a dress, we got a wig.
Dang.
So there's a video out there. There's clips of me just as a girl, and we were during the entire time they were doing makeup on me. We were playing nothing but like girl pop music, and
Cheers.
yeah, on mine it was really
Okay.
embarrassing. But
Okay.
as soon as we get anybody new, raids and stuff like that, that's the first they start sending pictures. They start posting the clips, and like this is what we're all about, and it's hilarious. So
Someone said it was the Abby
Yeah, the
transformation.
Abby transformation. My gosh, yes, this is
So
definitely
if y'all
it's.
are new here, if y'all just joined, I'm talking to Abraham. One More Level is his name, his Twitch name. And we're just having this first podcast, just getting to know each other and talking about different things. Let's see if I missed anyone. What's up, Fernestine and Sage, Doomsday, Felipe? Um, yeah, this is. He dressed up like a girl. I have to see these clips. I saw the one of you twerking. I didn't want to interrupt the story. It was
Oh,
too good, but
you're
I saw it on
completely
Instagram.
fine. Yeah, it's something different. So, again, Omar with the 806 bits. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, and you're welcome. I would
And Havoc, sorry about that. Havoc just gifted some subs. I just want to say thank you so much, Havoc. Thank you for gifting the 5 tier 1 subs to our community. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you, Havoc. I
much.
appreciate that. And again, like I tweeted out the other day, I really want Twitch to know that Havoc, the Purple Santa, really is the Purple Santa. He's an amazing friend. He's become one of my best friends here. He's always gifting subs. He's gifted over 650 subs in many, many different channels, and all he asks is for a thank you. He doesn't ask for anything in return. You know, just be kind to others and pass it down. He's one of the most humble human beings I've ever met, and I am really grateful to call him one of my friends. So
Thank you, Havoc. Thank you for coming to my stream and everyone who came from or is coming from One More Level stream. Thank y'all. Y'all are incredible. And hopefully some of my people will go over to him as well and
oh,
give him a follow.
they definitely have Con Man. He's one of the ones that's been there quite a bit, and he's, you know, we got to play some games with him
So.
too. So yeah.
Okay,
Also,
so other question.
yeah, definitely.
Or you can go
Fusion.
ahead.
Oh yeah, give me 1 second. Fusion, can we get a shout out for Yoda on the sofa, please? Also, let's see another question. Okay, so outside of Twitch, outside of like the whole streaming scene, gaming scene, who are you, and what do you do for fun? What do you do on a daily basis?
Okay, who am I? I don't know if he wants me to go deep with this
Let's go
or
deep. We can go as deep as you want.
go deep. Okay, if y'all are gonna get to know, I'm kind of a deep person. I don't like to be depressing or anything, but I just keep it real. Who am I? I'm a broken human being. I would frame myself to be that. I am straight up broken. I'm imperfect. And I am learning. I am someone, I've always been a learner in life, and that's why I feel like, so y'all will come to know, I kind of sometimes talk about my faith, but I welcome everyone of different perspectives. But I think God has known I'm a learner, and so he keeps pushing me with all these challenges in life that just don't make sense. And I'm in a lot of confusing seasons with my life, especially now, because I just like to learn from every little thing that happens. But I am a broken, messed up human being, and I'm just trying to help people with whatever they're going through on Twitch, and I thought this would be a great platform to do it.
Yeah.
And on socials as well. I just try to keep it real on there. But who am I? Yeah, I'm Caroline. And yeah, I don't know. I can only frame myself as broken and imperfect, and always just trying to learn more about this world and who we are, and what makes us so unique. And what else? What do I like to do though outside of streaming? I love working out, being active. I get really tired and depressed if I don't work out and do things like that. So that's big to me. Hiking, running, being in nature. I always feel like I'm home when I'm in nature. I would love to live off the grid, but I don't honestly think I could do it. I just like to say that I could, but I probably couldn't. What else? Yeah, I'm just trying to learn who I am as well, and hopefully I'm not alone in that journey.
Yeah.
So yeah, any gifters people are asking, magic. It's $4.99, my boy or girl. But no, I'm just saying.
Guys in the chat crack me out.
Why? Someone asked why I moved from LA. I moved from LA because, to keep it real, I got fired from a job that was my dream job. My manager, yeah, she just didn't like the company. She didn't like anyone that worked there. I don't know quite why. I was fired from that position, but I think it's because I made friends with people I shouldn't like. And I was in a relationship of 4 years as well, and all that was just happening, and I just felt like this is not where I'm supposed to be right now, and it's not the person I'm supposed to be with. So I decided to head home back to Tennessee and try to figure out what I'm doing with my life. So yeah, the guy's voice is hella loud. Oh, that's my fault. Here, let me turn it down. It's not your fault. Here we go. How's it sound now? Okay. Magic. Bruh.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Is there any questions that I missed? No, we're good. So let me get this right here. Let me open this up again. All right. So I guess we'll go into something a little deep on your end. Aside from gaming and streaming, what's one of the most difficult times you had to, or where you hit rock bottom and you felt like all hope was lost, and how did you overcome it?
Here, let me turn you up one more time. A time when I hit rock bottom.
Yeah, and you felt like all hope was lost. How did you overcome it?
Okay. So I think the biggest time, this is when I truly, I think, in a way, started transforming my life and who I was. I was dating a guy, this was about 5 years ago, maybe now, I have to do the math. And it was getting an abusive relationship, just to be real, mentally, but also physically. And there was a time at his house, we were there, his parents were out of town at the lake, and he just snapped and just freaked out. I got a text on my phone. It was from, I don't know, I don't even remember, maybe a guy friend or something. And he freaked out and thought that we were, talking or whatever it was. And to keep a long story short, he started like physically abusing me, punching me, hitting me and all that. And I did not think I would get out of that situation and that day alive at all. Up till then, I was really living for myself, just really selfish, always a people pleaser. And I'm still struggling with that till this day, but putting him first before anything. And, it was just a messed up situation. And a lot of people say like, well, why'd you stay in that relationship?
Mm-hmm.
You really don't know what it's like. You feel like you're the person that's in the wrong and you're not good enough and you're not perfect enough. And so I can't really, it's kind of a blur, but I got out of that. I would just got on my knees during that time when I was being beat up and decided to just pray for help because I didn't know if I'd make it out alive. He threatened me that he was going to kill me and then kill himself, going to get his guns and stuff. And got down on my knees and prayed to God that he would please get me out of this. And I was able to escape, run out the door, get in my car. He followed me to my house, was banging on my car window, was calling my sister and my mom and all that. And finally, he left, and I got inside. And just to then, I was just got down on my knees and was like, I'm giving my life to you. I don't even know really who you are, God, but this higher being, this being that helped me and that got me out of the situation this is not on my doing and not on my part. And people too ask me if I have regrets in life, and that would maybe be one of them, but it's not a regret because it made me who I am. And there's scars, and that's why I say I'm a broken person, because I'm not perfect. And I think that was something that I needed in a way, not the physical aspect, but just everything that relationship taught me and matured me in so many different ways. So that was probably the darkest part in my life up till now. There won't be anything darker, but I come now to learn that these bad things that we go through, we have to go through them to grow and mature and gain wisdom and experience and be able to help others with their problems and relate to people. So I hope that one day I will get to talk to other women or people that have been through
Definitely.
similar relationships and things like that, and be able to share my story and hope for them.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, that's something. That's wow.
It is, but I
Yeah.
thank you for the question because I
No,
think
no
that's
problem. Yeah, thank you for opening up like that.
it's
Yeah.
what this is like why I'm loving this podcast so far. It's the first one, but like just to share each other's stories
Stories,
and
yeah, because I
experiences is
mean,
huge.
that's one thing that I've learned to, to love is I don't judge. I'm not one to judge. Everybody goes through something. You don't know their story. All you can do is just sit there, talk to them, and read them, and
Hmm.
you'd be surprised what you can go through just by listening to someone. You'll be able to, take a stroll in their shoes and, you know.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's something different.
Someone asked me a story behind my stream name and Yoda. I wish I had a good story. I always say I wish I need to think of something better. I don't know, but the real story is I was sitting here on this couch trying to play Battlefield 4. Well, just bought the game and had to make a new username on PlayStation, my first username. And I wanted something unique. I didn't want a bunch of numbers and all that behind my name. So I was like, well, what do I like? I like Star Wars. I was a big Star Wars fan. I still am, but just not as big. And I was like, I really like Yoda. And I kind of want to be, I want it to be an intimidating name, not intimidating, but funny. So I was
Definitely.
like, Yoda, what rhymes with or Yoda? And then I was Googling names that rhyme or things that rhyme with Yoda, words that rhyme with Yoda. And sofa came up. I was like, yo, I'm sitting on a couch right now, Yoda on the sofa. So
That's funny. So one of the guys in my chat says, I was kind of hoping she talked in Yoda speech. Oh well, you should definitely say something, Yoda-ish.
I don't know.
I
I'm
was all
not
waiting
good at
for it.
it.
One day, one day.
What's up, Wolf Boy and Ale? God needed a good beat down. Yeah.
Definitely.
But you know what? I also learned how to do is kickbox and defend myself
Nice.
from any of that happening again. So I've even become a tougher person, not just mentally but physically from that experience.
Yeah, that's also another thing about me is throughout early high school, end of high school, a little bit of college, a little bit of out of college was I do boxing. I love boxing. Back when I was, a little rebel at the time, rebelling against my parents, teenage years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I used to love getting into fights just
Ooh.
because I was a little fighter. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the tallest person in the world. I'm 5'5", maybe, I don't know, five. Yeah, well, yeah, definitely 5'5". I can't say 5'6" on a good day because Havoc is 5'6", and I've met Havoc in person. So anime thug years, definitely, yeah. Like I said, I used to love to fight, so they offered it in high school for for boxing. So I went ahead and did it, and I loved it. And I don't know, it's just like I guess still defending myself and stuff like that, against an old, like, not older person, a taller person. I mean, is it's something, yeah. So a couple fights
Yeah,
I
that's
got into, yeah, in college were, some funny stories, but that's for another time. So
that's the thing too about boxing and I want to start getting into jujitsu, but is it doesn't matter how tall you are, you can take someone out. Like if you know jujitsu moves or any of that MMA, so it's pretty cool.
yeah, definitely.
Um,
Only self defense, kids. Nothing, outside. Don't be a bully. Bullying is bad.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That's not what we're promoting here, kids. How old is the streamer? I'm 25.
And how tall are you?
5'5"
Whoa,
too.
5'5" club.
I don't know if that's like I don't know. People are always like, "You look tall." I'm like,
I
I
mean,
don't
yeah. At
know.
first, when I first started watching your channel, like, I guess, like, I don't know, like 3, 4 months ago. I guess when you started, I really thought you, I thought you were tall.
I think it's because I have broad shoulders. Like my shoulders look way more broad in the shirt. But it's because it's like an extra large.
Hmm.
But I think it's because I have broad shoulders. As people think I look taller than I am.
Yeah. Let me see. What else is there? What are your plans, or if you plan on hitting partner, what are your plans after that?
Um, so yeah, like a goal of course is to hit partner, but I'm trying to look like after that because I can hit partner but still
Mm-hmm.
not be able to really like support myself from streaming. So my goal is to be able to support myself from streaming. And yeah, the overall goal is, it sounds cheesy and cliche, but really to help as many people as possible through whatever they're going through. And the messages and things that I get after the stream from a couple people, the DMs, that are like, hey, like you helped me overcome this feeling that I had
Mm-hmm.
from this situation. It's just incredible. And that truly brings me happiness. I'm just that kind of weird person. But I know that I need to, also be able to support myself doing this. So that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it'd be amazing to write a book one day.
Yeah.
Would be another goal that maybe in the future.
Yeah.
I'm talking to another streamer. His name's One More Level. You can go exclamation multi. If we can start posting a little bit more, y'all can watch both of us at the same time.
Definitely. Um, Let me go ahead and paste it as well. Or go ahead and send it out as well. Let me see. Okay, so I know like a couple streams back, you were talking about your Call of Duty gameplay, and I forgot. I think it was Timber who said you're really aggressive whenever y'all are playing Call of Duty, and I thought that was like the funniest thing because someone's like you're
I don't
different
seem like
on
that on my
game than what
streams. I
you are,
know.
yeah, than what you are on your stream. So like she doesn't want to lose, she wants to win, and she's like she fights you. So I was like, oh man. So what kind of
I'm
gamer
such
are
a
you?
competitive person. I grew up playing sports, grew up playing like competitive sports, and I have my dad's like blood that I'm just so competitive. So I am not like a sweat in games unless I'm really trying, but
That sounds good.
I don't like to lose. No, he's right.
Yeah, that was funny. That was great. It was funny. And then I think that was at the time that we started talking about how that lady went in for a heat-seeking scope.
Oh yeah, at my the store I work
Yeah.
at, the gun store I work at. Some lady came in and just, which you know what, I can't fault her. Oxen's in here, he works with me actually. Like
Mhm.
I know nothing probably about guns compared to like other people that work there, but yeah, some lady came in and asked for like a heat seeking scope. You know what, I guess that's a good name to call it. I mean, I think she meant like a thermal scope, but
Yeah. Like an
yeah.
infrared. Yeah. So what's one thing embarrassing that's happened to you in life in general?
Embarrassing. I know, I've been trying to think of a better answer for this. Oh my gosh, I wish I had something off the top of my head. I know I've definitely done embarrassing things before. Totally. Um, I feel like I embarrass myself every day when I go out in public.
Same.
Gosh.
Or on stream too, we've done some
Mhm.
crazy things. Like I said, there's clips out there that I don't know.
Oh, you know what? This is kind of embarrassing. It recently just happened. I deleted the VOD though, but my parents they're better now. Thank God anyone that was there knew, but I was streaming and they started getting this argument over something. It turned out to be like funny the next day.
Yeah.
But I could share the story. It's not really embarrassing
Yeah.
to me, but they are screaming on my stream, as some parents do get in arguments, right? Marriage is
Mhm.
hard. But I forgot to mute it, and so a lot of people heard, and they're like, "This is getting juicy," and that was pretty embarrassing. That happened like a couple days ago.
That's funny. That's great. Let me see. One of my embarrassing things, of course, twerking. It was the first time we ever did it, and I was playing a game on the Super Nintendo called Sunset Riders. And I've been working on that game since I was a little kid, and there's a bonus level on there where like the little cowboys pop up all over the screen and you have to shoot them all. And there's 50 that come up. I've never ever been able to beat it or like get a perfect. And I was just, being stupid, and I was like, you know what, if I beat them or if I get a perfect, I'll twerk on stream, knowing that I'm not going to beat it because they're fast. So what happens? I get a perfect.
Hey.
So they're all like, now you have to twerk. So oh my god, uh, I don't know. It was really embarrassing, but at the time that I was gonna start twerking, we got raided by a gentleman named Gary Whitta. And Gary Whitta, he co-wrote Rogue One, a Star Wars story. He's also worked on the Book of Eli, like a
Hey.
bunch of stuff. And he was in my channel, so he brought in like a bunch of people. But before he raided, or right when we got raided, he said, "I was here to hear the entire thing. You have to start twerking for the community." So
That's so funny.
it was embarrassing, but it was a good thing. But I don't know.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else is embarrassing. I don't know. Oh, I was in middle school, and everything in middle school is embarrassing. Everything you go
Oh my
through is
god!
just
Don't even get me
freaking
started.
embarrassing. You're nervous all the time. I felt like I lived like half my life nervous, with like knees weak, palms sweaty type of vibe. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I slipped in a huge puddle of mud.
Hmm.
And we had uniforms and all that, so that wasn't fun. I was in middle school, and I got laughed at and all that, so that was super embarrassing, especially in middle school. I think now if it happened, I just like laugh at myself, but
Yeah.
then it's like everything's so personal back when you're younger. I do answer the chat. I'm sorry. Someone asked, let's see. We can both answer this as well. Someone asked, what was your question? Good.
Me hitting Abe's ass with Bowser. Oh my
Oh, the
god,
mods
that's
might have
funny.
deleted it because it was kind of rude.
The only guy that
I
dances
don't know. I
backwards
think
because
he asked
faster
if
than
I'm
he does
happy with
that.
who I am now.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. That's a
I
good
think that's
question.
a vital. Sorry, what?
No, no, I said that's a good question.
Yeah, I think that's a vital part of enjoying your life is you have to be comfortable with who you are now, even if you are going through a lot of rough things and you don't quite know who you want to be or what you want to do with life. I think it's super important for us to love ourselves and appreciate, the growth that we are making. Hopefully, we're making. Um, so I think as long as I keep this kind of growth mindset and try to keep growing in different aspects of my life and who I am, then I'm pretty happy with myself,
Hmm.
um, and where I'm at.
Definitely.
Uh, what about you? So
Mm, that's actually that. Like I said, that is a hard question. Like, am I happy with who I am today?
yeah, that was the question.
Hmm. Let's see. Taco Slayer says, "I'm proud of Abe and who he's become." Thank you, Taco. I think I have my days where I'm like really proud of myself, and other days where I'm just really disappointed in myself. Mainly because I guess the decisions that I've made when I was younger kind of affected me up until now. But I've gotten through them and stuff like that, and I don't know. I'm happy that I graduated college. Me thinking throughout high school, I'm never gonna go to college. I'm never gonna go, and there I am doing it, and there I am, doing something. No regrets, bro. um. So yeah, I guess for the most part, I really am. I really am. The only thing that I hate right now is, of course, my job. My job is just overworked, underpaid, and people at work have their own little cliques, and I'm just like
Mhm.
alone doing my own thing. I just go to work to make money, come home, and that's it.
Where do you work, or what? Or if you want to share,
I
or
stopped
what do you do?
working at the city for in the water department, and I was getting transferred to the RO plant. Now the RO plant is where the water comes in through all the wells, gets cleaned, and you're on computers and stuff like that. But they were gonna do $2 less in my pay, and they're like, you're gonna be starting over from the very beginning. You're gonna go back in training. So I was like, I don't want to do that for a year and a half. And I asked them, I was like, don't you have a choice when you're being transferred? And they said, you do, but in this, in this situation, you're not gonna have a choice. So yes or no, you're gonna go. So I was like, okay, well then I'll just put in my 2 weeks. So now I'm working at Hibbett Sports. It's a like it's a like a I guess more of a shoe place, but they do have like a lot of Nike apparel, Under Armour, and stuff like that retail. But
Okay.
I work in the back of the warehouse where the truck comes in. I unload everything and scan everything in, make sure the inventory's right, put security tags, and then send them to the front so they can get hung and put away and stuff like that. But like I said, it's not something where I want to be. But I mean, I'm getting paid just as much as I was with the city.
Yeah.
But and then like if something happens, like for example, a couple weeks ago, the assistant manager and the new guy, they were outside with the on the sales floor with some customers, and 3 pairs of Vapor Maxes got stolen, and those Vapor
Ooh.
Maxes are $200 each. So the policy there is if an item like that goes missing, glasses that are behind the locked doors, shoes that are in the back, the employees have to pay. I had nothing to do with it. So I was, pretty mad because I had to cough up $200 at something that I had
Yeah,
nothing to
that's
do.
a
So
weird rule. I've never heard of that policy before.
yeah,
Wow.
I wasn't too happy about that, but oh
That would
well.
not be good where I live because I feel like retail stores always get broken into, so we'd all be freaking broke, dude.
Yeah. And also like I told my boss like I'm not gonna pay. I had nothing to do with it. And they're like, well, either you pay or you're not going to be on next week's schedule, or you won't be on the schedule until you pay. And I was like, so is that me being fired? And she's like, you take it as you want. So I was like, I had to swallow my pride and just, I need my job. So
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna get back to a couple people in my chat.
mm-hmm.
Let's
Thank you,
see.
Omar.
If you're from the States, I am. Yeah, I'm from Tennessee. That might have been the only one I missed. I'm sorry I'm responding less, but we do have a guest on our show, so we're just talking and chatting. If y'all have any questions for us, please feel free
Yeah,
to
definitely.
ask them.
I forgot. Let's see if I had anything else.
I'm looking at mine as
there was
well.
a whole bunch of stuff that I have, so I'm just like trying to go through everything. The evils of socialism.
Wants to know the evils of socialism?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's say someone's wanting to change their routine in the morning. They want to get up early. They want to, just do things throughout the day to keep them busy. Like, what's one thing you use for motivation? Or motivation, I guess, like an everyday thing.
Yeah. So things that really have helped me is listening to other people I look up to and finding, like, I didn't know who these people were. So like finding these people, and now I look up to them. So a couple of these people and a couple podcasts that I truly think that everyone should listen to if they want motivation and drive to change how their direction of their life is going and to whatever it is. The Joe Rogan, David Goggins podcast. There's 2 of them. Make sure to listen to both of them. They're incredible. David Goggins has impacted my life and thousands of others with his book, his audiobook, and just who he is. If you don't know who he is, I really think that you should Google him. And just like his words of inspiration and how he got to the place he was. Another one is the Jocko podcast. He is super motivating. But all these people will tell you, though, motivation does not last. You can listen to these podcasts and then you're going to feel really motivated for a couple weeks and a couple, whatever it is. And then it's going to decline and decrease. So you have to have your own drive to be that better person that you want to be. Things that have helped me with this is writing like sticky notes, posting sticky notes on my mirror. If I want to get more fit or whatever it is, lose a couple pounds, I just post those everywhere that I can see. And I'm trying to think of like real things that I do besides like listening to these people and reading these books. Knowing that a habit forms in 30 days. At least that's what the science says and what a lot of people say. And that truly is something that I found has been a fact and has worked in my life. So sometimes knowing like you're not going to have the motivation some days to go to the gym. It may be raining or snowing.
Yeah.
And if your goal is to become more fit and more healthy, you just have to have that long-term picture in mind. And sometimes you can just get up and be like, I'm just going to go through the motions. It's not going to be the best workout. I'm not going to hit PRs. But I'm just going to go and step foot in my car, get in my car. The hardest part is really waking up and doing that. So knowing if you just set your alarm and you're like, I'm not going to snooze it because that's a waste of my day. It's a waste of my time. I'm going to get up when I'm supposed to get up, and I'm going to take the first step. And then from there, it's easy. Once you're at the gym, you can just go through the motions if you're not feeling it. Some days I have to do that, and it's not the best workout. It's a really, it can be a terrible workout, but hey, at least I went to the gym and worked out. It's better than not doing anything.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I think though books are really helpful. Podcasts are really helpful. David Goggins himself is really helpful. He has like 10-minute videos people have made just from interviews. And it's just like, he's so intense, but it's like, dang, I want to go like work out for 20 hours now.
Yeah.
That's how it makes you feel.
Okay, so question for everyone in the chat for you. This one's gaming related because I know a lot of people are, love playing video games as well and stuff like that. What's something that y'all are looking forward to within the next year, or of game coming out? Like anything within next year, I guess, since we're right around the corner.
This to me?
To everyone and yourself as well.
Oh, to everyone. I mean, Battle Royale's coming to COD, right? I think.
I think so. I think that's what I read as well. Kingdom Hearts 3, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The DLC for it. Let's see. Of course, I guess everyone's getting. Oh, okay, yeah. I go with, of course, I'm a big Resident Evil fan. So as soon as they announced Resident Evil 3, I squealed like a little girl on the inside. So I was really happy about that, and of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes.
You wish you had the mentality. You live across the gym. Get up and go.
Me? Wait, what was that? Sorry, I need to turn you up a little bit more. I can barely hear.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just reading what Havoc had said. He said he wishes that he had the mentality. He lives across the gym.
Some days I used to work at a running shoe store place, and I probably ran the least when I worked there. So it's just something you have to form. Like, you have to know no one really is born with motivation. You don't come out of the womb and you're like, I'm gonna run 20 miles. Like, you just have to form that. And sometimes it takes like getting to the darkest place in life to really change the direction of your life and who you want to be. But
more Monster Hunter shit, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see. You got any other questions?
Let's see.
Anybody in the chat have questions for me or her?
Your shirt say it says redeemed. Yeah. You can form or break a habit in 21 days. Okay, so hey, 21. I was wrong. So it's not 30. So only 3 weeks. So
hardest game played.
Get a calendar, mark off each day. What was that?
Oh, one of the guys in the chat, Inhuman Militia, asked, "What's the hardest game played?"
I don't even know. I haven't played it. I couldn't play it.
I don't know. I mean, I'd say Dark Souls was hard, but I beat it. I don't know. That's a really hard question, actually. I guess I would say Battletoads, but of course I finally beat it a couple streams ago. Like I said, I love retro games, and yeah, mine was definitely Battletoads. Yeah, everybody knows. I've been working on that game for like 25 plus years, somewhere around there,
Dang.
and I was never able to beat it. And then sometime last year, I finally beat that speed bike level. And after that, there was a snake level, and then like this rat race, and I was never able to beat it. And then like a few streams ago, one of the guys was like, you know what, let's play some Battletoads. And I told him like, no, like I don't want to play Battletoads. I can't beat it. And he's like, dude, I have a good feeling today. So like whatever. So we popped it in, and sure enough, we beat the entire game, and I felt so accomplished. I was like the happiest guy in the world. So
For
yeah,
you, that's huge.
yeah.
25 years you were working on that.
It's a fun game, but it's stupid hard, and yeah.
That's a life goal marked off right there.
It really is. I look back, and I probably made little Abraham proud. So
Let's see. Oh, I forget what I was gonna ask.
Somebody in your chat asked, have you guys ever traveled outside of the U.S.?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I've been to Iceland, Canada, a couple of like the Caribbean islands. I have not been to Europe or any of those places. So that's about it for me.
Oh wow, that's more than anything. I've been to Mexico. Mexico City, Puerto Vallarta, and stuff like that. The places where the
You
beaches
speak
are
Spanish?
nice. I do actually. I'm Hispanic, so.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, your accent a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The Abe play COD? Someone asked.
What was that? I do play COD. Havoc the Purple Santa is probably my teammate for Gunfight. And of course, I do play like all other modes and stuff like that. So if y'all want to add me, you know, you'll see me when I'm live and stuff like that. And again, a lot of people do like sub only games and stuff like that. And you know, no offense to anyone that does that. But with me, to hang out in my channel, it costs you nothing. You know, to follow my channel, it costs you nothing. You want to play a game with me, all you have to do is ask. That's it. You know, if that goes for any game, not only COD, but you know, anything. So if you want to play a game with me, you just ask like, hey, mind if I join? You know, do you have this game? If so, can we play? You know what, I'll be down. I'm always down to meet new people, to hang out and stuff like that. So, but yes, this COD, I was really iffy on it, but I got it, and I love it. It's a really good game.
Yeah, me, I love it too. I think it's my favorite so far.
I'm always, I mean, I'm not like trying to brag or anything or flex on anyone, but when I do free for all, when I'm doing good, I'm always either first or second. So, but then there's days where I'm like playing like garbage and I just cannot. But I'm competitive, but I'm not too competitive like someone I know, you know, on the other side of this mic. But
I'm too competitive, y'all. No, I've tuned it down. What's up, Intellectual and Doomsday and Lay loves the world? What's up? How are y'all? I'm still waiting for mine and Caroline's 1v1. Yeah. Someone wants to see us play 1v1.
No, that's true. I mean, I've always seen
I'd probably lose.
Well.
I'd lose, but rage the hardest. What's up, Fear the Beard? I'll do in. I only play like one game mode. I only play Search and Destroy. I don't know why. I'm just too big of a siege fan.
What clip was that? I don't know. Inhuman Militia shared a clip, and I don't remember my most skilled moment in Blackout. It was probably something stupid, but there's probably more fails on my like clips that everyone gets of me more than wins. Like if something amazing happens, you know, and it's so good nobody clips it, but you know, God forbid if Abraham messes up, boom, it's clipped everywhere. So.
Oh yeah. I was super scared when I left my stream on. My parents were arguing. I was like, oh god, it's gonna go freaking viral.
I'm in danger.
People were freaking out. Well, people thought it was funny. Is it just for fun or y'all got a bet? Wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Intellectual? What's up? Fear the Beard. Yeah, Oxen, we do. We need to play. Both chats barely. Well, thank you, Dooms. I don't like when dummy. If not, I usually close it. Not a fun game to grind at all. I don't know. I get obsessed with certain games at once. I played Rainbow Six Siege for like 4 years. That was the only game I played. Before that was Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Then I hopped on Apex and I was just obsessed with that. Then now it's MW.
Yeah.
And I can't seem to play anything else.
I was hooked on Apex for a while. And again, some days I'm good, some days I'm terrible. You know, I'm no Ninja, no Shroud, you know, all those big gamers. You know, some days, like I said, I'm good, some days I'm bad, but you know, I just play for fun, hang out with the chat and stuff like that, and we always have a great time. And I know me and Doomsday have played Apex together, and we've gotten quite a few wins. But yeah, I'm not like one to always want to win, or you know, I just, like I said, I want to have fun with the community. Sometimes I think like I would say like 80% of the time, like if I'm dying in the game, I'm looking over at chat, you know, talking to them, and I turn back to the game like, oh wow, I'm dead. So
yeah, people are making me out to be like I'm this crazy competitive person. I'm really not. You could ask the people I squad with at night. I'm usually super chill. I just like, honestly, I think I'm more competitive when it came to Siege, because that game's just pure out nastiness. You have to just win.
Yeah.
But on MW, I feel like the only reason I play is the trash talking's hilarious. I always either get called that I'm 400 pounds because I'm a female, I guess, or that, what else? It's always the same comments. It just makes me laugh. I wish I had like $5 every time they said that. I don't know. It's pretty funny stuff.
Is Apex crossplay now? No, it's not. Not that I know of. I haven't played Apex in a while. I got a little burnt out on Apex, but after watching Game Attack play last night and, you know, this morning, they kind of made me want to get back into it because it looked fun. They were having a lot of fun on it, so.
What you talking about?
The what?
I have a mic.
Oh, okay.
No, Timber lies. I love when people talk in chat or talk in game. I really want people to have mics if they squad.
Yeah, it helps. But I know me and Havoc, it's just the COD community is really, really toxic. Like, for example, me and Havoc were playing COD, and like, you know, there was some guys on there that were just trash talking us, and we ended up beating them. And of course, like right when you're in the, you know, in the lobby or whatever, we're like GG, and they're just like, you know, start cussing at us and stuff like that, and we're like, okay. So, and they asked us if we wanted to be their friends, and we're like, yeah, sure, why not? And they're like, no. And you know, they just started mouthing off again, so we beat them again. And whenever we met up with them again, yeah, they're like, yeah, y'all suck and this and that, and we're like, dude, y'all just lost 5-1.
No, that's the funny part. Is when it's always the person at the very bottom is like 0 and 5. It's like, dude, it's always them that trash talk. I love it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
What keeps me going.
I know. And then, what do you think about campers in COD?
Well, I only play search and destroy, so there are campers when you're defending, you know. But everyone will call you a camper, even if like on last kill, if you're running on their spawn. Yeah. They will still say that you're camping. That's what I've learned, and it's pretty funny.
I'll play Apex with you.
What's up, Brent?
Sounds good. Okay, close. Let's see. Me, like I said, I like to play a lot of other game modes and stuff like that, but one of them that I really do like playing is hardcore before the whole night mode and all that stuff. Yeah. And my problem is, if there's a camper, I go to him, he kills me. I go to him, he kills me. And I know that he's there, but I keep going to him. So about 8-9 kills later, or deaths later, I mean, I finally kill him, and then I put the control down. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought, you know, and start trash talking. And I'm like, yeah. So I hate that about myself. So I'm always asking
Attention,
myself,
we
why
are
am I
being
like
followed.
this?
Shall I dispatch the welcoming drones?
The brand, dude.
Uh,
Thank you for the follow.
you're a
Appreciate you.
camper Yoda, dude. No, I'm not. I mean, unless I'm spending on S&D. Let's see. Thoughts on the human mind. I'll let you answer that first, Abe. That's a pretty broad question.
What was it?
Someone just said thoughts on the human mind.
Oh my gosh. My thoughts on the human mind.
I love all these deep questions. Always like they always ask people like on bigger streams, like podcasts. They always ask these people like these deep questions. Like, dude, no one's an expert here.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. That really is a hard question.
Captain, someone has gifted a Class 2 access pass.
Yay, thank you for that gifted sub. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Captain, someone has gifted a Class 2 access pass.
Jeez, look at
Thank you.
More. Yeah, more people gifting subs. Who is that? Havoc? No, that's let me go back up. Everything's all scattered all over the
Captain,
place.
someone has gifted a Class 2 access pass.
Someone coming after your Santa skills? Probably. They're playing substitute right now. Thank you, the Brent. But yeah, the
you gifted some to me too.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thoughts on the human mind mixed with the law of attraction. I think the human mind is so complex.
Captain, it really is a Class 2 access pass.
I don't understand why people. Well, I'm not going to get into that. I just think it's a very beautiful, complex thing.
It really is. Chat, what do y'all think?
We have all these different emotions and experiences and memories that our mind can recollect. I'm trying to be deep here. I mean, that's a really broad question.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it is like, I don't know. I don't know, like all the emotions and everything that you go through, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, like I said, it really is a complicating question. I don't have a right answer for it, or I can't even begin to explain it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Your life is deep. What do you think? You asked the question. What do you think of it? I mean, that's really broad.
Forces detected. Arming raid defense.
I'm a psychology major. I find it very interesting and weird.
Candace, raiding with a party of 6. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you. How are you doing tonight? How was your raid tonight? How are you doing today? How was your stream? What were you playing? Tell me everything.
Is recording the podcast? What do you mean recording? We're in a VOD, and I want to put this on YouTube, so.
Oh, I mean, I would love to do that, but we tried testing it a few nights ago, and there's no way you can, like, without extra software and stuff like that, there wouldn't be a way to record. It would only record, like, my part, because we're in a multi-stream. She'd have to go, you know, record her, and I'd have to record mine and then edit them together, but for the multi-stream with the link, it wouldn't let you record them, which was kind of a pain.
Yeah. What's up to punch? I think it's a really fascinating thing, but also I think we have lost a lot of control over it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean we have, like, lost? Like, we've lost control. Like, I think we always, I mean, we have free will, so we have the ability to choose, like, what we think and what we don't. But you're saying that as if, like, just recently we've lost control over our mind. I just feel like at times we speak things into power. I believe that too. So I don't know, some people call it like manifesting things, and what you say is like what you're putting out into the world and the energy and the vibes. But I believe that. I think that our words are very powerful things, and so we need to speak positive.
And doing well. We're doing good. Kendra, thank you for asking. We're doing a multi-stream, just talking and stuff like that, getting to know each other on a personal level, as well as, you know, letting the chat ask any questions that they have. So if you have anything for us, feel free to ask. We'll gladly answer.
Yeah. Exclamation multi as well if you want to view both of our streams at once. You could go to multi-viewer. Mean that you are completely unreactive to everything.
Man, we need to get some Dead by Daylight streams going. Definitely. I have Dead by Daylight, Dead by Daylight on Xbox. My little brother has my PlayStation one, so yeah, if y'all want to play. It's 11:30 p.m. for me, so I already have a whole day behind me. Ooh, how was your day?
Okay. It means that you're completely unreactive to everything. What do you mean? Like, you feel like we've lost like a sense of emotions with things now? Maybe that's true because we see so much, because we consume so much. We're like just consumers of like media and everything we view. So in ways we've kind of like depressed, I guess, our emotions to things. I remember like it was crazy, like all these, like last time I had Facebook, I deleted after this because this is one of the main reasons why I deleted Facebook. Was for some reason people would post these really sad videos of like dogs getting abused.
Yeah.
Or I remember when like ISIS videos were popping up on YouTube. It's like, or on Facebook, it's like, why are these things like, it's so weird how people are interested in seeing that. I get that we're not supposed to be totally unaware of what's happening in the world, but I don't know. It just is a very weird thing how people just want to post about it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Britt, for the 900 bits. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Also for subs. I'm sorry, there was a lot of gifted subs. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. So there we go.
Desensitizing some things, yeah, it can happen with anything, honestly. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, that's the word for it. Desensitizing us. And
okay, what about you, Yoda? Do you like PC, or do you like, what do you prefer? Like what console do you prefer? Do you prefer Xbox, PlayStation, or PC?
I play on PlayStation right now. I've never been a big fan of Xbox. I know everyone loves the Xbox controller, but I honestly love the PlayStation controller. I do want to get a PC and eventually game on there. I've done it maybe twice.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a long time for me to get used to.
Game's bubble bath.
You know, mouse and keyboard, but
yeah, definitely. I've tried Inhuman Militia. I got to play a game with him once, and I forgot what game we were playing, but mouse and keyboard, I can't. I could not. So I just rather hook up a controller. I was born with a controller in my hand, so I think that's how I'm gonna keep it. Unless, I mean, I even went as far as getting a one-handed keyboard and trying to play on that, and that helped me out just a little bit. But like I said, I would love to get a lot better with mouse and keyboard. But to me, I guess I don't have the patience to learn it because I'd rather switch to controller. So
yeah. That's not a popular opinion that you're sharing.
I know.
Everyone's like a PC gamer, PC player, but it's just whatever you like are comfortable with, really, in my opinion.
I guess so. But I do prefer Xbox over PlayStation. So sorry, anyone that loves PlayStation. I'm not a fan of the controller. I feel like my hand is too big for it. So, and then the thumbsticks, I can't. I've tried. I'm terrible. I will play it. Don't get me wrong. I do have a PlayStation 4. I do get the exclusives and stuff like that because PlayStation has a lot of great games. I'm not into the whole console war and stuff like that. So
yeah. Max, what's up? And Havoc, yeah, PlayStation. I'm on PlayStation. Paula, people also in today's, I guess we're still talking about the mind, and that people also in today's world probably have a lot more thoughts than they had centuries ago. The human thought process is going on in the background of your head more often than it probably did with people who lived closer to nature back then. That's true. Yeah, I guess they were experiencing, well, I don't know. I can't really answer for them, but maybe like less new things than we do. I mean, just the constant, like we're living like the ad age, and there's just media and ads just flowing through our minds, and we're just consumers of this crazy freaking world.
Yeah.
So that's true. I think we do like take in more things than people that were hunters and gatherers back in the day did.
Definitely. Kendra, you have a good night. Thank you for the raid and thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you around soon. Um, let's see. I think somebody asked what was my favorite movie. I love movies. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good question. Of course, I can go and say that, so say what everyone says. I love Tim Burton movies, but I do love Tim Burton movies. I really do, but a favorite movie, that's a good question. I've never really thought about it. I guess I don't have a favorite movie. I love Star Wars, that's for sure. I mean, I went as far as getting it tattooed on me, so.
Nice.
I don't know. What about you, Yoda? Do you have a favorite movie?
The Dark Knight's probably my favorite movie of all time. I'm trying to think of what else. I really like documentaries and things like that. What else? Yeah, The Dark Knight's probably my favorite of all time. I love the scene when he's in the jail and trying to get out of that cellar, and I don't know, it's just,
yeah,
I don't know, thought it was amazing. Moved to the country. I probably nowadays, now that I really enjoy shooting guns and everything, I could see myself living on land, but not too far from the city because I like a mixture of both.
Fun fact about me, when I was like about, let's see, 5, 6, I was in a movie called Streets of Laredo. I don't remember too much about it, but I just remember my mom waking me up early in the morning and we went outside and it was still dark out. And we went somewhere where people were like putting makeup on. They put us like in these, what do you call them? I don't know, these ponchos and, I don't know, these big old Mexican hats or something. I don't remember. It was like a Western movie. But I just remember being like laying down on the train tracks while there's a train actually coming, at a pretty fast speed. And my older brother had to like untie the ropes and like pick me up and drag me out of the way. And then we had to jump on the train while it's moving. And we ran from like the middle to the very end of it just to get like down. And that's all I remember. I don't remember too much of it. But yeah, so I was a little movie star when I was little. I guess Hollywood wasn't ready for me.
That's cool.
Yeah. I remember with the money that we got, like I bought this little Ninja Turtle thing. It's like a face of the Ninja Turtle, so when you open it, it was like tiny little Ninja Turtles in there, and there was like a baseball stadium, and yeah, it was really cool. So
that's awesome. Have you ever sneezed while streaming? No, I've not. Let's see. My chat's still going on about the conscious mind and all of that, so I'm gonna read Doomsday.
Okay.
Missed your comment. Well, our conscious back then, utilized for survival, essentially became our subconscious to keep us alive, but because survival is much less a focus of modern world in some places, hence our minds moved on to different things.
Nice.
That's true. Yeah, it is. It's weird. And I actually listened to this Joe Rogan podcast just recently with this guy who was on Life Below Zero. I don't know if anyone's watched that show, but I want to start watching it. I've never seen it. But the guy literally lived in like the most deserted place in Alaska. It still does. And like only has like a rifle and does not use any like kind of transportation, and will walk like 60 miles in a day just to like get his food. And he talks about that, and it's really interesting. It's one of the most interesting Joe Rogan podcasts I've listened to. So yeah, it's true. We have kind of gone away from what we used to know, and all that, and living in the land. I think a lot of us like want that freedom, and that's why so many people, he was talking about why so many people are so hooked on shows like that, is because I think all of us want that sense of freedom, and that we're not really meant to work like a 9 to 5 and just like waste our time in offices. I mean, if it works for you, great. I did it. But even still, even doing this, I think that we're supposed to like experience nature, and I don't know. That's my thoughts. I guess that's kind of weird. I know we've advanced in a lot of ways, and that's great that we don't have to worry about surviving and just that factor in like a day-to-day life, but
Yeah.
cool if they have like, if those kind of people that are like that know how to survive and like hunt and like gather all their food, if they would just like let normal people come like live with them for a week and see what it's like, and to like just escape
Yeah.
society for a little bit. I would love to do that.
Okay, so I got a question from Conman. He says, for you and Yoda, what advice would you give your younger self that would be helpful now? Ooh. Oh man.
Me first.
Yeah, ladies first.
What advice would I give my younger self? That's a great question. I think like the first one that comes to mind, I don't know if this is most thoughtful, but the first advice I would give myself would be don't put so much thought into what other people think. Because when you're younger, you really tend to take everything personal, and I still have like trouble doing that. But and I'm sure in 10 years I'll probably be giving myself the same advice.
Damn it,
Is don't
inhuman.
take so much thought into what people think. Don't worry so much and try to appease everyone, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And naturally, I've just been this people pleaser. We took an Enneagram test, a lot of people did, and like this kind of personality test, and I turned out to be number 2, which is this people pleasing person, caregiver. And there's good and bads to it, but that would be my advice, is like, I don't know,
Yeah.
know the people closest to you and the people you trust, and like love them, and don't worry so much about everyone's opinion of you or of me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Wow. I don't really have regrets from when I was a kid, but if I could go back in time and kind of be my own teacher, because I look back and like I said, I was excuse my language, I was a little shit back then. I was terrible, ditching class, sneaking out, partying, drugs, and it was just stupid, bad. But if I could go back and tell myself, have fun, but don't overdo it the way you did. Don't hurt your parents the way you did. They love you, and everything that they've told you really was for the best, because after a while, when it was too late, it was too late. So I'd go back and just tell myself, head on straight, school really is important.
Yeah.
But that's just me, Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I made so many. I made so many mistakes. I started like
Stay out of
partying
jail,
in
Abraham.
7th grade and crazy stuff.
Like
So
porn sites at right all over the internet, inhuman.
man, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to Franny and the 500 bits, Oxen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, y'all. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the Force family. Franny, and thank you, Oxen. Appreciate that. What's up, Mag?
Oh, Havoc, I feel you. Yeah. Okay, well, I was gonna ask, is there any exes that you really regret? But you did talk about that, so I'm pretty sure that was a regret.
Me?
Yes.
Is there any exes?
Yeah, that you regret, but how we talked about that ex earlier, because Havoc said advice for my younger self: never stop pushing for what you want. Always stay active. Don't be afraid to be you. Most importantly, say no to that one psycho. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had exes, right? But like I think every relationship teaches you something.
Yeah, definitely.
And for me, it's been multiple things from each relationship I've been in. So I try to live my life without any regrets. I don't have any regrets. I know that's a boring answer, but yeah, they've all, some have been rocky and rough, and some have taught me like how to love and how to be a patient person and things like that. So just like the Ariana Grande song, thank you next. But yeah. What's the topic? People are just asking questions to me and Abe, so whatever questions you have for him, y'all can ask.
Taco, thank you. So One of the people in chat her name is Taco Slayer. She's from Australia. She's a really good person. She's a really good friend. She's the one who actually got me this chair for my birthday and stuff like that. She's a really good person. She's really well respected and liked in our chat. So if she ever comes around yours, yeah, you know, she'll really respect you. I've been reading some of the stuff she's saying, and I'm like, don't read, don't answer. So Taco, I'm sorry, but yeah.
You're either a blessing or a lesson. I like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name. A tiny. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Please let me know. What gives you the? Let's see. Who is Avon? What does he do? He's another streamer. Can we shout him out? Can someone? You can do !multi, and it'll link you to the multi stream that we have going, so you can watch both of our streams at the same time. Like pod setup, no visuals. What do you mean? Like to have him on my stream? That's what we were trying to figure out last night, because I did want both of us to be like on my stream. We do have the multi-viewer link. But I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's something with my computer. He's able to do it, but I think it's because I'm running on a laptop. I was Googling this. We're trying to figure it out late last night.
That was quite the adventure.
Yeah, but thankfully we're still here and we're still able to do this.
Yeah, definitely. It's been great so far. I'm really enjoying it.
Someone said worst game you ever played.
Oh man. Are you asking me, or is that somebody?
I'm gonna ask you first. I'm trying to think of mine. I haven't played that.
The worst game I ever played. Superman 64.
There you go.
That's
For me, it was this free game I downloaded on PlayStation. Was it called Rush? I don't know. It was really terrible. Fortnite. No, Fortnite was good for a little bit.
Yeah, but I cannot build for like anything. So.
Attention, we are being followed.
Cloudy Fuel, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you.
Let's see. Yoda on the couch.
That's true. I know. Yeah, I didn't even think we could have asked Inhuman Militia last night for help.
Username. I love it. We're Twinkies. Fetzel Jetta. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Thank you. What's up? How are you?
Inhuman, I got you.
Comments. Thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to Timber. Thank you, y'all.
Timber. Earlier he said that he was the one who stole the Vapor Maxes, so he owes me 200.
Thoughts on us going back to the moon?
Did we really go to the moon?
Oh, what do you believe? What do you think?
I don't know. That's.
Is the Earth even round or is it flat?
It's round. Has to be round. It's definitely round.
I think it's round too. But Eddie Bravo, who I love to listen to, it's not. He leads in that theory. The game.
Yeah. Earth is round. Yes, definitely.
What's the worst ending to a game that you
Oh
played?
my gosh, Mass Effect 3. The worst ending. Some of the best games were Mass Effect. Was a Mass Effect series, but the ending to 3 was just garbage. I was so disappointed.
We're saying Earth is round. I can see how it's plausible that we didn't go to the moon. I've watched the videos and people think that the videos are fake and it's like CGI and stuff, but I don't know what to believe.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I mean, Epstein didn't kill himself. That's all I know.
Don't get me started on Mass Effect 3. Definitely Inhuman. Then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's see. Do you believe in any ghosts or anything? Or do you have any ghost stories?
I don't have any personal stories, but I mean, I've definitely heard some people. I just you never know. Gosh, I don't have any personal stories. I don't know.
Oof.
I think with my faith that I believe in, I'm like, why would ghosts want to come back here when they're in heaven, or well, I guess hell, some people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you have any? I mean, I don't like like some of the people that have told me, like, I truly believe them, so I can't like discredit
Okay.
their own stories, but
I don't know if I
I don't have
do,
any.
but I feel like I've seen stuff. I'm not sure. But okay, Havoc. My little brother went back to that abandoned nursing home that we went to a few weeks ago,
Oh,
and he showed me the exact door or that exact place like where we saw what we saw. And he was looking at the closet doors, and he was sliding them, and he said they are sliding doors for those closets. So a couple weeks ago, a friend came
Captain,
out
someone has
from
gifted a class 2 access
Yo
pass.
Cosman, thank you for that gifted sub to Yoda on the Sofa. Awesome. um we went to an abandoned nursing home, and she came down from Austin to just do a stream, just to hang out and do a collaboration. So one of the streams that we did was go to the abandoned nursing home, and supposedly it's haunted. We don't know, but we're just messing in there, and we streamed it. And like towards the end of the stream, like I went into one room and the other in, um I don't know. She started, or she went to go hide, and I popped out or whatever. And we're like, hey, where is everybody? She popped out and scared me, and whatever. It was cool. And then I went into another room, and I hear Daniela and Cyber White Tiger like just like, oh my god. So like I jump out like, hey, what's going on?
Captain, someone has
I look
gifted a
towards
class
the
2
end,
access pass.
and we saw a person like saying, hey, y'all need to get out. And we're like looking, and I kind of shine the light, like you can barely see it, but
oh my God.
if you watch the clip, you have to have your earphones on, and you have to have it full blast, because you can actually hear the guy.
I gotta watch this. You
Yeah,
gotta
and
send
we're
it
there,
to me.
like I try to shine the camera on there, but we're freaking out. So the guy was like, I don't know, half of his body was hanging out of the door, and he was saying, y'all need to come this way, it's safer right here. So we booked it, and we ran. We left all the way back to the car, and we went home. We were just talking about it on stream and stuff like that, and people actually went into the clip and like looked at everything. And one of my friends who actually
Let
pixelated everything.
the investigators from Twitch chat on there, like with
Yes,
the freaking
exactly. And they're
magnifying
like,
glass.
yeah, somebody's like, yeah, we heard something. And other
Ooh.
people, okay, well, me and Daniela, we saw someone hanging out of the side of the door, like just standing there. And then Cyber was like, I did not see anyone, and I was looking straight over there. Well, when you look in the video, one of my friends who like did like all the whole pixelation stuff, it was, there's no one there, but you can hear the voice. So I don't know, it was crazy. But like somebody pointed out, like, hey, look, whenever you're coming out, look at the closet, and you're gonna see a closet door sliding to close. And I was like, okay, like I didn't catch that. But then somebody's like, no, it's the light of the reflection, or yeah, the light, or something like that, like the shadow just disappears. But I don't know. I mean, some people, I don't know. Maybe it was a homeless man. Who knows? Not a spirit. I don't know. But it doesn't answer the question as to why did that door slide closed. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
So
if you
you
see the
didn't.
clip, you can see it. I have it on my Instagram as well, and you'll see like one of the, like one, like I don't know. There's like some yellow tape on the floor or something like that. So when you see that, just keep an eye like on the closet, and you'll see the door slide. So I don't know. It was pretty freaky. It was a freaky night, and it was fun.
Yeah, for sure. So you didn't really see this guy. You just like heard him
Yeah. Well, I mean,
more
I
so.
I think I saw someone. I'm pretty sure I saw someone. Um, but yeah, like I said, if you watch the clip on my Instagram, put on some headphones and turn the volume all the way up, and you will hear someone talking. So I don't know. It was crazy. I mean,
Dang.
how would you feel in an abandoned place that's like burnt down? It's broken everywhere. There's
I wouldn't go.
yeah,
Well,
but
I
you hear
wouldn't
the
go.
voice.
Not that
Yeah.
I'm like totally scared if I had people with me,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't go because I don't know. Like the place is burnt down and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna like if I'm gonna trip and
Exactly.
fall and catch a freaking disease. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just like one of those heat of the moment things where we did. And but it
Uh,
was worth it at the end. So I was trying to make it like scary and like pop out, and just like, oh, this is where they would torture people, yada yada yada. And they're like, these are just hospital beds, Abraham, shut up. So I'm like, oh, Okay.
So John says he wouldn't go if he didn't have a gun. Yeah, I definitely bring my pistol with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, like I do. I have my license to carry and everything, and of course, I'm always carrying a knife on me and stuff like that. But I didn't have no
Smart.
gun. Yeah.
Okay, so you have your license to carry. Good for you.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Concealed
Like I
carry.
said, I love carrying. I mean, it's mine's over here in the corner on the bottom, hidden away in a safe. So, ghost gonna get clapped. Yeah, and my blade was in the safe. Yeah, definitely.
All right, someone wanted me to read their comment. You might have to repost that.
What
Is that a new
part?
camera? It's not.
What is part of your EDC?
Yeah, I would just post that. Whoever wanted me to read. What's up, Jedi Jack? Yeah, no problem. What is part of your EDC? What does that mean? What do you mean?
Everyday carry.
Oh, what is part of your everyday carry? I haven't gotten my concealed carry license yet. I am going to, though. I need to. We have classes that we do at the place I work at, so I'm gonna need to take one of those. I just usually work on those days. But my pistol that I have that I'm gonna start carrying is the Sig Sauer P320 compact. So that's what I'll start carrying. I don't as of like knives and stuff. I don't carry anything like that, though. I probably should.
Yeah.
The ghost I believe is Casper the Friendly Ghost and Bruce Willis from Sixth Sense movie. We just saw the new trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Is that what it's called? Oh my god, it's like a Stranger Things plus like original Jumanji. It kind of gives me those vibes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
But my EDC is a 45 auto American Ruger.
Oh, okay, Ruger. Yeah, a lot of people like those.
Yeah. Like I said, taking that one out to the range is quite expensive, especially for 45 or for 45 ACP.
Yeah.
Even if it's just target rounds, they're still like $20 for like, I don't know, like 30, 40 rounds. And then the laws, well, I'm from Texas, so the laws in Texas are actually, I really do like the laws, especially like with the whole blade. I believe if you're 21 and over, you can carry a sword on you and not get in trouble. So that's pretty interesting. Brass knuckles are legal. Kitty chains, a bunch of stuff. So Texas is, yeah.
Texas is crazy.
Definitely.
Island, Georgia. I heard that the laws, I didn't know this, but the laws in California, you have to, someone was saying on a day that I worked, was he used to live in California, and they'd have to do a background check
Guns, pew, pew.
Just for ammo, when you purchase ammo.
Yeah, they do.
That's crazy.
And then they also have certain guns you can't have. Like I know, I think one of my friends that lives over there is just telling me if you come, just don't bring some of your guns because they're illegal there to have. So I don't know. Oh yeah, bro got a brace. Oh.
Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray producing the new Ghostbusters. I don't know. I hope so. I watched the podcast too with Joe Rogan and Dan Aykroyd. It was amazing.
And of course, Bill Murray's really he's a legend. I love him.
Yeah.
What about Bob? That's probably one of my favorite movies with him in there.
Which one?
What about Bob?
Oh, okay. I think I saw that a long time ago. What's up, Joe Barrio? My back is killing me. I have to put more pillows on. Oh my gosh, my back.
Very underrated actor, yeah.
All right, y'all have any questions? I might head off here soon, but if y'all have any more questions for Abe or for myself, please ask. I'm gonna actually too, after this, I'm gonna ask him one more. But if anyone has any,
yeah, definitely.
Speak or forever hold your peace. What all my teachers used to say back in middle school. I'm a New Yorker and had a gun since I was 11, no license. Well, I don't know if I approve of you having a gun since you were 11. Your own gun? Can I get spiritual with my question? Yeah.
Definitely.
We keep it real here. What's up, Cool Killer? And Japrio. I took the test. Oh, you took the Enneagram test? Is that what you're saying? That one? Havoc, the Purple Santa. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood? What's the answer to that?
A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck wood. I believe that's the
Dang.
answer. I think that's the answer.
A 5 wing 6. Nice. Okay, so you're a type 5s, if I can remember correctly, are they're into knowledge and knowing as much as they can about what they're into and passionate about. And they kind of like to be more like isolated, more introverted than extrovert. That's the basis of what I know about that. Okay, Mag's asking a question. What was your first experience in being in God's presence? If you have it, then what's your value on it? I think he's asking that for you. You don't mind answering that?
For me?
Yes.
Again, that brings me back to the whole time where I kind of like opened my eyes when I was in the hospital after, the whole cancer thing, coughing and passing out and then waking up and, being thankful. I don't know what happened when I blacked out. I don't remember, but I believe that was probably like when, I started changing on stuff. And that's something that I cherish a lot. I don't know. I guess I don't really have an answer for that. I guess just that whole time, when all that happened, I was, like I said, I was angry, and then all that happened, and just for some reason I woke up and I called my mom and apologized, and I told her I'm not mad anymore. And I guess something between the time that I was at work to the time that I got rushed to the hospital, in between that time something happened, and just I woke up with my mind fresh and clean and ready to ask for forgiveness. So that's something, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And Mag, if you weren't here, you should listen to his story. My VOD will have it and everything. But for me, what was my first experience in being God's presence? That's the story kind of too. I think the first experience when I truly felt the Holy Spirit, I guess, would be, when I was in a really difficult situation and didn't even know if I'd get out alive, truly just getting on my knees and praying in that moment. So when I truly felt like his comfort and peace. And I think that goes to show you that you can feel his peace and comfort and bliss in moments where it's the darkest, roughest, toughest moment for you. His grace is still available 24/7 all the time for all of us. You just have to, I don't know, become less selfish and have some faith and step out in faith. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to end it. One more question for you, Abe. This is how I'm going to end all of these podcast type streams. And I thank you, and everyone thank him so much. Give him a follow for being my first person on my podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I feel honored and privileged. Thank you for having me on.
The last question is, how do you keep it real? This could be anything. You can answer however you want. How do you keep it real?
Let's see. Be yourself. Be honest. Stay positive. That's pretty much it.
Yes, love it.
Exactly. So I guess, yeah, definitely.
Much for being here. Please follow my socials. And Abe, where can they find you on socials?
They can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and that's pretty much it. And of course, Twitch. I stream almost every day. Maybe after 8, just depends. Again, keep up with my socials, Discord, stuff like that. When I go live, I'm usually pretty good at announcing when I go live. So also, nice. Yeah, on my community, we'll leave on a raid. I'm gonna go ahead and raid Game Attack just because they were pretty badass last night. So
oh yeah, I feel like I should raid them too.
Definitely, if you want to join on in, yeah. Well, you'll have to do it on your end, so I'll go ahead and set it up on mine.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it just there's just a spelled game, ATTACK?
Yeah. Game.
That's it. Game Attack. One word.
Game Attack Team.
Oh, Game Attack.
They are playing The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So cool. And it's Sean Bolin and Grayson playing right now. Cool.
Okay, everyone, if y'all can go over there and say what's up to them. I checked out their stream as well. Abe told me about them. But thank y'all all. Don't forget to follow on the socials. I'll be making new content and a whole new series on Twitch and YouTube. So go and say hey to Game Attack. Peace.
Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
y'all.
You have a good day, and I'll catch y'all tonight.